Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to Google Talk with
Isa.
I'm Paul. Alex.
and Jai.
So, what is Google Talk?
Oh my god, you don't know what Google Talk is?
I wouldn't ask if I don't know, duh!
Shh. Google Talk is a show wherein we talk about anything, but of course using Google Meet.
Oh, okay, now I know. How about you, Alex? Do you know what Google Talk is, don't you?
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about Discrepancy Evaluation Model by Malcolm Provus. It's 4 components, 5 stages, and when do we use the Discrepancy Evaluation Model? Are you ready, guys? Let's begin. So what is Discrepancy Evaluation Model? Discrepancy Evaluation Model is developed by Malcolm Edwin Provus in 1966 to provide information for program assessment and program improvement. Malcolm Edwin Provus stemmed key characteristics of his proposal from Tyler. Viewed evaluation as a process called Discrepancy Evaluation Model. Purpose of evaluation to determine if a project is for improvement, maintenance, or termination. Therefore, Discrepancy Evaluation Model is a set of problem-solving procedures that seeks to identify weaknesses, according to selected standards, and to take corrective actions with termination as the option of last resort. I heard you study the 4 components of the Isa?
Jai? Now, here are the 4 components of Discrepancy Evaluation Model, or DEM. First, determination of program standards means identifying the objectives. Second, determination of the program performance refers to the program implementation, results, and/or accomplishment. Third, comparison of performance with standards examines the similarities and differences between standard set and the performance achieved. Last but not the least, discrepancy. Identify differences, basis for decision making. Hey Paul, have you ever been on a stage?
I've never been on a stage, Isa, but I know the stages of DEM, or the Discrepancy Evaluation Model. Number 1 is the program definition. It is the assessment of the program design through first defining the necessary inputs and outputs. It is the evaluating the comprehensiveness of internal consistency of the design. We ask the question, is the program adequately defined? Number 2 is the program installation. This is the assessment of the degree of the program based on the standards defined on stage 1. Is the program defined as defined in stage 1? It is the program process assessment of the relationship between variables to be changes and the process used to effect the change. What is happening in the program is compared to what is supposed to happen. Are the resources and techniques being used congruent with goals for the program? Is the assessment of whether the design of the program achieved its major objectives? The end product set forth by the standard. Are the program objectives achieved in the implementation? Are performance gaps or differences are deemed to discrepancies? Program comparison. It is comparison of performance of standards, defining first the necessary inputs and outputs. This stage number 1, we are talking about the design. It is the space, the personnel, and materials. It is the design criteria. And number 2 is the installation. It is the installation fidelity. And number 3 is the process. It is the instruction. It is about instruction and leadership. Is the process adjustment. Number 4, products based on the objectives. It is the product assessment. And number 5 is comparison. Comparison, it is the implication or the comparison of benefits. By the way, guys, don't you know that DEM has another meaning?
That legit? Is that legit?
Don't tell us something that you might regret.
I know that. Don't ever move on. But she's still not the one. Joke.
Stop it, guys. I'm serious.
Okay, what is it?
DEM is when it is not you the problem, but it's them. Or when you have a small amount of what's in your bulb, of course it's them.
Alright, so when do we use DEM? So we use this when the type of evaluation desired is formal and the program is in the formative rather than summative stages. Also, it is used when evaluation is defined as continuous information management, addressing program improvement and assessment, where evaluation is a component of program development. It is also good to utilize when the purpose of evaluation is to improve, maintain, or terminate a program. And the key emphasis of evaluation is program definition and installation. It is also used when the roles of the evaluator are of facilitator, examiner of standard, observer of actual behaviors, and design expert. DEM is best in determining discrepancies, identifying weaknesses, and to make determinations about correction or termination. It is also good when the theoretical construct is that all stages of programs continuously provide feedback to each other. That's it. But I would like to ask you guys,
Yes, what it is, Alex.
heard or watched the eyewitness documentary Batang Langoy by Jay Taruk?
Haven't heard about that.
I think I have seen portion of it. How about you viewers? Have you heard or watched the documentary video? How about you, Paul?
You are asking me, Sa. Of course I did. I am a fan of documentary videos, especially by the eyewitness. And it is sent to us by Dr. Chili.
Oh, yeah, you remember.
The truth is, I doubt it at first. I think they're just staging the scene to the extreme. When they put their bug under the sun, instead of leaving it in their classroom or entrusting it to their classmate, friends, and in the house in the area. And number two is when they cross the island by risking their lives. I think they can ask someone or elder to help them to go across. But at the same time, I feel frustration for the lack of action from the parents, from the teachers, from the barangay officials. I think the problem here is not poverty, but a lack of empathy. Since if they can only help in a little way or in the way that they can or take an action or concern, the problem or the load will be easy.
I agree with you, but with all of that, I believe into the determination of the students to gain their education because they believe that education is the key in lifting their situation from poverty.
After hearing those sharing of yours, I felt sympathy for the students.
The major problem after conducting the DEM in that area is that the program of the government is that they only provided a motorboat for the livelihood and not for the schooling of the children. What do you think is the best way for them to assess the program provided by the government? So, for you guys, what do you think can we do for the children after conducting the DEM?
Exterminate them. But I mean, let us provide or donate motorboat for the student service.
Yes, that will do.
Yes, for the first time, Jai, I hear you talk with good sense.
You're so mean, Paul. I always do. Don't you know that?
In your dreams. Aside from donating, improvement of their fishing boat and having sustainable livelihood will truly help them support the community, especially the student in terms of their education.
those are actually good solutions since there is no need to terminate the use of motor boat, but additional of it for students will do. And I suggest for us guys to have a project proposal and budget proposal about this matter to properly integrate the DEM of Malcolm Provus.
Told you, Paul, I have good sense. Alex agrees.
Alex? By the way, Paul and Jai already provided that. At the end of this talk, we will provide the links for that.
We already perceived that, Alex.
Oh, that's great.
With that, let's wrap this up. Today, we talk about Discrepancy Evaluation Model or DEM of
Malcolm Provus.
Components and stages of DEM.
And when do we use the DEM?
I would like to thank for my
To our sponsors.
Everyone have a great day.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Okay, everyone, have a great day.